Well, hard to believe, but I guess it's hard not to believe. The swamp in Washington got more swampier this last week, if you can believe it. Yep, as the Supreme Court denied Texas's right to defend and protect its border from the invasion to the south, even though it's articulated quite clear in Article 4, Section 4 of the United States Constitution and in other places. Lawmakers in Washington have done nothing to hold Biden, Harris, or Mayorkas accountable for the last 3 years of their reckless border and immigration policies, although Mayorkas might finally find himself paying up. His lack of response could be very well seen as treasonous and a downright threat to our national security. And let's go ahead and throw Joe Biden in the mix with him, shall we? You see, both of these men have betrayed the trust of the American people and the Constitution of the United States by allowing over 300,000 illegals to pour across the border every month. Every month. Joining now to discuss this is Indiana congressional candidate Dr. Richard Moss. Doctor, nice to see you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
At the top of the program, we heard Governor Kristi Noem of South Dakota give live comments in Pierre, the capital of South Dakota, outlining the problems with crime and drugs and human trafficking in her state as a result of that open southern border. Indiana, you must have impact there as well.
Oh, yeah. Many communities are affected by it, even my small community in Jasper, Indiana. Clearly, it's a problem. Very costly, very expensive. They burden all of our public systems, and we have to find a place for them to stay and work and so forth. They compete with our own American citizens for jobs. Clearly, they are a problem.
Clearly, it's a problem. It impacts us at every level. It impacts our communities. It creates problems, and yet there's nothing being done about it. What are your priorities when you go to Congress, Doctor? Obviously, the border's one. The economy is probably another. Energy policy should be involved. What about confrontations with Iran and other wars that are avoidable? Where would your priorities be?
Yeah, well, I would go for what I call the iron triangle of pro-America, America first policies. And yes, we would seal the border. We would restore jobs to America. Bring back our jobs and industries, and then no forever wars. Part of that is full spectrum energy dominance, and I mean everything. That includes coal and natural gas, oil, and nuclear. But we should be completely energy independent. We were just a few years ago. And again, it's amazing to contemplate the damage that one man, one administration under Joe Biden can do in just 3 short years. So I do want to go to Washington. I plan to go to Washington. I want to work with other strong Republicans and a newly elected President Trump to reinstate American greatness, to restore our birthright of American greatness, of America firstism, and again, restore this country to its natural birthright, which is greatness.
So Jasper, Indiana, Southern Indiana, which congressional district is that? Tell me why you've decided to run there. What do you intend to bring to the folks and your constituents there if you're successful in this bid?
Well, I am an America First, pro-American candidate. I believe in all the principles that entails, all the things that I just mentioned. And yes, I think we need conservative representation. This is a conservative, limited government Republican district. I want to go there. I want to work with other strong Republicans, and again, with President Trump. And I want to bring an America First, pro-American agenda, mainly emphasizing those 4 items that I mentioned. What I describe, it's 4, but really, let's call it the iron triangle of American greatness. And again, it's basic common sense. It's sealing our borders, no forever wars, and bringing our jobs and industries back, as well as fully engaging in full spectrum energy dominance. That gives us such a competitive advantage. We were energy independent just a few years ago. We can have that back very quickly. Those are the. Yeah, we have to. It's such a strategic, competitive, economic advantage for us. It's absurd not to use it to our advantage.
Well, the bottom line
head
is,
and shoulders-
Doctor, America needs vast quantities of cheap energy. We don't operate or function without it. We have giant pieces of real estate. We also have been blessed, America has, by great natural resources. If we don't allow those on the left to destroy our opportunities to use those resources, be it timber, water, farmland, minerals, oil and gas, whatever it is, America's been very blessed, and we need to use those resources here at home and not be subjected to the whims of countries that don't like us on the other side of the planet. Doctor, tell folks where they can learn more about what you're doing and why you're running.
Thank you. So I am running again to restore America to its natural birthright, which is that of greatness. I want to reverse the damage that has been done in a mere 3 years by President Biden and his administration, radical left Democrat administration.
Right.
And you can find me at richardmossforcongress.com, richardmossforcongress.com. We appreciate people looking at our platform and, if so moved, to help and donate as well to our campaign.
All right, Doctor, thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right, coming up after the break, whistleblowers saying that there's more than meets the eye when it comes to the government's knowledge of unidentified objects. Ron James will be here. Don't go anywhere.